What's up kids, welcome back to another Worldbox Conspiracy. Today's theory is on the idea that all of the worlds are prisons. This video is possible by your comments you have left under my previous videos. Nathan's theory inspired me to make this video. I know a lot of you guys are leaving comments about your ideas. I just sort of pick out the ones which stand out the most to me. And just before we get into today's Worldbox Conspiracy theory, please consider subscribing, dropping a like, and subscribing to the channel in order to support this series. Now let's get right into the theories. Oh, that's quite cool, it rhymed. So the idea of our worlds inside of Worldbox being prisons, or some place where creatures are forced to live in, was on my mind for quite some time now. Ever since the Beyond the Border theories. One of my previous theories, based on the limited size of our world, is that this border isn't actually a border. Is that the water beyond the border isn't actually water. It's just a projection which is supposed to give us the simulation of water. For instance, if we summon a bowling ball, we see as it hits the water, it creates droplets. But once we summon a bowling ball, which goes outside the border, we don't see those droplets anymore. The possible reason being, it is a force field and a projection which hides what's beyond the border. Now going back to the topic of our worlds being a prison. Possibly. I'm saying possibly because this is all just a theory. It could mean the people we spawn in inside of Worldbox are genuine bad people or good people who have been unfairly imprisoned. And in case you're new to this channel, subscribe and drop a like. And also, you may not be familiar with the term beyond the border. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you may consider watching 2 of my videos. In total, they sum up to 10 minutes on why I think the borders are frauds and that civilization beyond the border actually exists. Once again, going back to what I was saying, it could mean people we spawn in are being sentenced for their crimes beyond the border. This theory sort of branches out from here. So I actually have 2 theories which are quite similar to each other. These people could be simply imprisoned here and sent to the box for the crimes they have committed. Of course, these would be more serious crimes like manslaughter, infiltration of government funds, or just leading to a huge loss of life. Obviously, these criminals aren't here for pulling a devious lick or stealing a candy bar from a store. The criminals which would have their sentence inside of the box are a serious danger to society.
They get sent here to suffer.
And let's be honest guys, no matter if your kingdom is rich or poor, the life you live in inside of the box is boring. There are barely any types of food in this game, so you basically spend your entire life eating the same food over and over again. Okay, I do understand the new Worldbox update 1.14 did add things like bananas, desert berries, but you still got a very small amount of food you can possibly eat. You can probably list out of the foods in this game. And imagine eating the same meals for your entire life. That would suck and make you want to hate food. There are also no sports in the game, and personally I hate sports with a passion. But I do understand some people may find it enjoyable and entertaining. But of course, sports aren't the thing in Worldbox, since we don't see any sport arenas in the game. These people may not be advanced enough to create sport, or they may not be allowed to, since they're supposed to suffer in this world instead of having a great time. Theory number 2. Whenever a criminal gets sentenced for a serious crime, as I said before, a good example of it being manslaughter, they could be possibly executed. Please keep in mind, this is a little bit different from my first theory. So upon the news that they're going to be executed, they obviously try to appeal, and in the case the appeal doesn't offer any convincing evidence that the person convicted with the crimes could use to either justify their actions or prove as innocent, they get connected to a virtual reality machine, aka the box. All of their past memories get blocked off, so all they can remember is being born into this world. Of course, a person has these traits, honest, pacifist, peaceful, is more than likely a good person overall. But at the same time, some people like to see the world burn. They're paranoid. They're bloodthirsty. I actually haven't unlocked this trait since this new trait. For instance, there's a person with a lot of negative traits, which killed a lot of people within the box. It does prove they're an actual bad person. And once they die inside of the box / prison, they get executed, as they were sentenced to. And of course, there's also another scenario. There's a person sentenced for a crime they didn't commit. They're an actual good person, but they still get a death sentence. The person decides to appeal his death sentence, and then he gets put into virtual reality, aka the box. Upon dying in Worldbox, they get their consciousness back. And then after the investigators realize this is an actually good person, he probably didn't commit the crime, he's set free without a criminal record. It may be a little bit unethical forcing somebody to live inside of Worldbox, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is my theory for this video. In case you have any of your own theories which you would like to share, please leave them down below in the comments. And in the case you want to join my Discord server, first link in the description. And for today, this will be it. Goodbye kids.